Oh, bother.
Hey everybody, it's Yin Yang Total War here, and welcome back for another episode of Unofficial 3LC Campaigns. This time I put the decision to you all, and you guys chose Ghark Ironskin. Very surprising pick for me. I didn't expect to have him come out on top, but I am excited nonetheless to get started. So, let's go ahead and jump on into it. And there he is, folks, the Iron Chungus himself, Ghark Ironskin. Whereas Greasus works on the unification of the ogre's disparate tribes, and Scrag focuses on elevation through the power of the Maw, Ghark believes the only way forward for ogres is through heavy plate and hot lead, basically making him the tech bro of the ogre race. After striking a bargain with the Chaos Dwarfs, Ghark has all but solidified his position as the dominant tyrant of the northern mountains of Morn. By capturing and trading prisoners to the Chaos Dwarfs, Ghark Ironskin receives the arms and armor he needs not only to remain independent, but perhaps become Ogre Tyrant himself. With that said, let's take a look at his faction effects. So, by scooping up prisoners by offering prisoners to the Chaos Dwarfs, the Ironskin tribe can acquire infernal weapons and armor of twisted metal and fire. Ghark Ironskin has also forged an alliance with the WH3 and can unlock their reinforcement through his skill tree, something we'll take a look at in just a minute. Diplomatic relations plus 30 with the Chaos Dwarfs, armor plus 10 for all armies, obviously, and a charge bonus of plus 18 for Mornfang, Cavalry, and Rushers. Looking at his Lord effects, we have armor plus 10 when fighting against Bretonnia. We have missile strength plus 15% for lead belchers and iron blaster units, and a physical resistance of 8%. Now guys, I have been wanting to play with him for quite a while, actually ever since I heard about him from Lore Master of Sotek, and even though CA has not deemed him worthy of joining the game officially, thanks to our wonderful modding community, we're able to play with him anyway. So, all of that being said, let's jump straight in with Ghark Ironskin. And here we are, my friends, taking a look directly down on top of Ghark Ironskin. As you can see, he's going to start with a rebel in his province, as is appropriate. And then, taking a look at Saber Mountain, you can see that he is going to basically have a pretty standard start as far as ogres go. Nothing really special in the building chain here. So, not that you have to follow my suggestions, but the way that I always do it is money and recruitment. But taking a look out at the wider world, you can see that he is going to have the Tussons directly to the east, fighting him for the path to the east, his home province. And directly to his west, you're going to be dealing with the Neck Snappers. That is going to be the primary enemy of the Disciples of Hashut, and probably not the direction that you need to go. They're going to be able to deal with the Neck Snappers pretty easily. But it is a good idea to run in there and capture it, maybe sell it back to the Disciples of Hashut, just for some bonus points, some brownie points with the Chaos Dwarfs, right? Nothing wrong with making friends early, especially because you are going to be surrounded by people who don't like you. For example, Grimgore's Ardboys. They are not going to be friends. You are friends with the Chaos Dwarfs. They hate the Chaos Dwarfs. We're not going to get along, right? And you're kind of in the way of the natural expansion of the Greenskins, which is up here. Not Carrick Doom, which is up this way. Where'd it go? To the Challenge Stone. As you know, I wanted to say Kraken Rock the Black. No, not Kraken Rock the Black. Kolek Sun Eater is going to go straight for the challenge stone and place another potential enemy directly on your border, especially once you secure the path to the east. So that's just something that you want to take care of and be aware of. Another potential ally is going to be the Folk. Although that being said, they are in the same province as Grimgor, so they might get wiped out pretty quickly. Like I said, you're going to be surrounded by pretty strong enemies, so you're going to want to have a friend to your west. Taking a look at his starting situation, or his starting army, excuse me, there we go. You can see that he starts with a pretty decent little stack. 8 units, two of which are Noblars, so those are throwaway, but he's got 2 Ogre Bulls, a unit of Lead Belchers, a unit of Crushers, and an Iron Blaster. Not to mention, he starts with a skill point already in the bank. What I would suggest is just pumping it wherever you would normally pop your first skill point. For me, because we're about to go into a battle, I'm going to make him an unstoppable force, make him even tougher versus this orc he's about to face. Something that you're going to want to keep in mind, although most of his stuff is pretty standard as far as an Ogre Tyrant goes, he does have a special tree, which I will hover over and let you guys take a look at. And this special tree is a 2-fold tree. You don't even have to use the first half, but I don't know why you wouldn't. And here is where you're really going to top things off with the Unlock Chaos Dwarf Units ability. They're going to appear in your Regiments of Renown pool, which
Tyrant gets
really builds into what we wanted to, or what I wanted to talk about next, which is going to be your unique Regiment of Renown, the Black Plate Guards. These guys are, they're basically Ghark's personal bodyguard unit, so you're going to want to keep them with him at all times. They're just really good to have. They're a step above any other ogre infantry that I have seen. I mean, look at them compared to Ogre Bulls. My god, right? All right, and with all of that being said, let's go ahead and jump into our first battle. I'll see you on the battlefield.
You lot are my tribe. That means you're the best tribe. Go prove it.
And there he is, Big Daddy himself, Ghark Ironskin, looking looking like the heavy plate god, right? So, looking at his bodyguard, you can see that they're all going to be heavily plated just like him. But what we've also got is the the Rhinox Cav. I want to say that they're Crushers up top, and just a standard line of ogres in front with the Lead Belchers and our oh gosh, what is that called? Iron Blaster right here laying down the fire. And that's something you're going to find that's pretty thematic in our Let's Play. We're going up against a pretty standard horde of orcs. Nothing to write home about. Although if you don't take them seriously, they're definitely going to give you a run for your money. Oh. And something you really need to watch out for when you're dealing with the Lead Belchers is their inaccuracy. They shoot like, or they hit your own guys kind of like they are like they're Skaven, basically. They don't really care about taking losses on themselves or on the forces of the ogres. They only care about laying down that fire. And as you guys can see, it is a pretty quick victory. Although Ghark's got his own individual battle to deal with, up against the bearded orc, who is probably one of my favorite models that you can get from another Storal Swarm mod. And hopefully you guys can hear me. I know that when we're fighting orcs, there sometimes is a little bit of a audio battle. But as you can see, this battle has basically been won. I'm going to let it play out, but I will see you back on the campaign map. And of course, a decisive victory for us. And I think what we're going to do is add some extra meat. It's always a good idea to have a good surplus when you're starting out with the ogres. Although we could go for some replenishment. No, let's go with 14 meat.
Ogre tyrant.
And of course, we're going to hop into our tech tree and increase our camp limit.
Tyrant.
And time to start pushing west.
Move it.
So, because Fort Dorsnavort is right there, I figure it's probably a good idea just to go ahead and take that for the reasons that we had discussed before.
Tyrant gets the spoils.
Probably should have done an encampment stamps, but that's okay. While we're sitting here, it would be a great idea to go ahead and get some additional Noblar units. Now, I've got more Noblar units than you probably have, and that's just because, obviously, I'm going to be playing with a little bit, with just a little bit of a modded play set, right? Definitely not rocking over 150 mods while we're playing this. Now, something that hopefully isn't my mod's fault, and is just something going on with this mod itself. It looks like our additional resource has disappeared up here. I'll have to take a look into why that is. I know that it's still available. I just don't know why it's not keeping count up top. Let's see.
Never gonna lose.
Nope, that's not what I wanted. And I'll look into that in just a moment, but while I'm doing that, I'll make a nice cut, and I will see you when we attack Fort Dorsnavort. All right, and jumping back in here, I just wanted to point this out before I before it disappeared on me again. The prisoners tab. So last turn we captured some prisoners from that battle, 46 in fact, and we can turn around and trade them over to the Chaos Dwarf. So as you can see on the unit cards right here, next to our ogre units, we have the Greenskin Unit Upgrades tab. But instead of what the Greenskins do with their scrap, we use prisoners that we sell to the Chaos Dwarves for more stuff, right? So rune carved plates, Infernal Forge, I don't even applique, whatever those are. We can just keep making our guys tougher. So just something to keep in mind as you're playing around. And just because this disappeared on me doesn't mean that it will disappear on you, or that you're not actually accumulating prisoners. Just something to keep in mind. But let's get straight into this battle, and I'll see you at the fort.
Didn't become tiring by losing a fight. Ain't planning to start losing now.
All right, and it looks like it's time to kick things off. We've got our artillery already in place, and we've got our ogres forming a line out in front. Not usually a ogre move, but we're going to take a defensive posture on this battle. And once again, guys, if you're seeing that my ogres look a little bit different than yours, that is going to once again be in thanks to our friend Storlstorm. He makes amazing reskins, and I can't wait to see what he's cooking next. And you gotta love watching that artillery hit, even if it's inaccurate as hell. The cannonballs bounce, right? The cannonballs bounce. Including bouncing off of our own troops. And it looks like our Rhinox cavalry are already hard at work. Oh, and did that goblin just get killed by one of their own arrows? That's insane. I love it. Hey, when you're panicking and you shoot your own people, that's rough, man. It does look like their wolf cav are coming in to try and deal with us, but what can you do against a Rhinox with that little baby wolf? Nothing. There's nothing you can do. Not when he's being ridden by this giant Chungus on top of him. And I will say, I think that the Rhinox should be a little bit bigger. They're more the size of Mournfang. Rhinoxes are bigger than that. And that's something that I've actually talked about addressing in one of my mods. But that is a story for a different time. Let's look at the rest of this battlefield. Now, it looks like Ghark and his boys have been having a great time. He just punched the that orc into mist. You gotta love it. Jeez. And while I've always thought that the combat in the historical Total Wars was a little bit more visceral and realistic, you gotta admit, getting punched into a red mist, it's something else. And let's not forget to give a big shout out to our Novlars holding the line so that our artillery can keep firing. Yeah, there's a couple ogres in there, but the Novlars are doing the most of the... Uh-oh. Ooh, that hurt. but like I said, the Nabas are doing most of the heavy lifting. And it does look like their war chief has decided to get involved himself. And a little bit of vengeance. We're not going to say where that hit him, but I think you all saw that. It's not going to stop my man from dancing or casting spells, though. That said, he knows that this battle is over for him. So I'll let it play out, and I'll see you guys in the campaign. All right, and once again, another victory for the Ironskin tribe. Now, as you can see, once again, the prisoners tab has disappeared on us, but you can see that it is still actively working. We just captured 464 prisoners from the Next Nepper tribe. And of course, we're going to occupy this territory. We'll recover for a turn, and then next turn we will sell this territory right on back to the Chaos Dwarfs, to whom we're going to say it initially belonged, right? If you're playing thematically like me, this is totally within Ghark Ironskin's purview, something that he would definitely do. So just keep that in mind. It's not necessarily the right choice for you, just the right choice for this gameplay or for this Let's Play. So I'm going to give him Route Marcher so that we can get back across our own territory as quickly as possible and deal with the Tusk Sons.
In charge. It'll happen.
And let's go ahead and take a look at our diplomacy. As you can see, there's not really a whole lot that we can do. I probably should have entered into the war with the Next Snappers through the diplomacy tree, maybe opened up a little bit better relations. But you can see that your relations are growing with the Chaos Dwarfs. They're just slow to trust, as any dwarf would be, right? But finally, let's take a look at what we can do with the prisoners, quote unquote, that we captured on behalf of the Chaos Dwarfs. I'm wondering if I can get more of these guys, because they are doing amazing. That's offering to the Great Maul. Let's go to, there we go. Let's look at the Ogre Bulls that were having some real trouble. Try and get them some better equipment going. So as you can see, the equipment is here. We've got plenty. It's just that it's going to be a little bit tough to keep track of, at least with my stack of mods. This might not be a normal mod thing, so just keep that in mind. And let's go with some plates, right? We're going to add that. And that is going to lock out what else we can really do with these guys. Unfortunately, I wish that you could adopt multiple stuff, just really stack your forces up, but unfortunately that is just not something that can be done. Now, with the guys that did a little bit better, let's make them more of our attack ogres. So we'll give them iron shards, which is going to increase their weapon strength, right? And with our lead belchers, we might as well. Well, let's hold off on doing anything with them just yet, because it might be the case that we want to shoot some magical ammunition down the line, so we'll hold off on equipping them with that. All right, and I'm going to once again drop things off right here, and I will see you as we make our way east and capture our territory. All right, and jumping right back in here for just a second, wanted to show you guys the kind of power that we're working with, and hopefully this isn't something kind of altering. Jeez, Astrogoth, we get it. Okay, so just wanted to show you guys something real quick. The kind of power that this trade-off is going to buy you. So I'm going to trade this settlement. Right, look at all of that. So obviously we're going to go for the trade. We're going to go for the military access. And you know what? Why not go for a military alliance as well? That way we can pull them into any conflicts, and they're going to give us a boatload of money because this is their core province. So hit that, and there you go. They have a solidified province, and we have a new military ally, and they just paid for us to build our own outpost up in Uzkalak, which is going to increase our settlement or our army capacity with them. So we'll do that. And when I say capacity, I do mean capabilities, obviously. So that is all done, and I will see you as we attack Ice Spewer. And just jumping back in real quick, because I wanted to show you guys this. And if you don't have this mod, I highly suggest you get it. But I have installed a mod called Moving Camp plus Camp Bosses. So what happens is it has a very, very, very diminished movement movement capacity, but you can in fact move your camps, which is very helpful. As you know, the camps can be very strategic to how you grow your realm as an ogre. And I would highly suggest that you get this mod when playing with Ghark Ironskin, just because it's awesome. As you can see, Ghark is going to be benefiting off of not just his local settlement of Saber Mountain, but also the camp influence and all the benefits that it will have to boot, right? And looking at the camp, you can see that there's going to be a ton of stuff that you can get from the camp, including the expanded recruitment trees and other buildings that are going to help your ogres along their way. So I will see you as we continue our journey to Ice Spewer, and definitely check out that mod as well. All right, and here we go in our first battle to secure the province. Let's jump right in to Ice Spewer.
You lot are my tribe. That means you're the best tribe. Go prove it. Clear a path, boys.
And look at these hosses just walking on up. Couldn't care. Not anything to even worry about, right? Now, why these goblins decided to come out from behind their fortifications, I have no idea, but they have already realized that that was a mistake. And it is time for the ogres to get started, right? Now, as much as I love the artillery, this is not an artillery fight. This is going to 100% be about the front line, and that's where we're going to spend most of our time. Now, what I've done is split my ogre forces in half. Half are going to come up this causeway right here. The other half are going to break through and hopefully rout them or come around as the majority of the greenskin forces break through or try to stop the breakthrough on the lighter defended side. That doesn't mean that the ogres are going to face no repercussions trying to come through over here, but it's going to be significantly less, right? And here come the Mournfang. And I'd love to say that this is going to be an easy one. This is anything but easy. But ogres got to work for them. Got to work for that meat, right? All right, and that Mournfang calf has broken free, if only temporarily. Trying to clear a path so that we can start dealing with these archers who are raining slow but sure death upon us, right? And it looks like Ghark has decided that it is time for his troops to get involved. And this is going to make a world of difference. These guys are the best of the best. For every kill a normal ogre makes, these guys kill another 5 to 10. But something the Greenskins should have never let happen was allowing the Mournfangs, the Rhinox calf, to get behind them. Now that they are in the soft underbelly, which is made up wholly of goblins, there's just nothing that's going to be able to stop them. And it does appear that our forces on the left side have broken through, and now we're getting a full surround off on the greenskin defenders. Ooh, that is that's an interesting effect. I think that is dismemberment. And something that makes being caught in a mosh pit in Warhammer a lot worse is that your effective troops, like your orcs, can't really be effective because they're surrounded by your less effective troops, such as goblins. Once a chain route starts, it's pretty hard to stop it, right? So even though they could possibly hold out a little while longer if it was just orcs in here, the fact that the goblins are in here is going to really break things down. Fortunately, something that Warhammer introduced was the expendable trait, so maybe they don't run, but they're going to be pretty hard pressed not to. Because at a certain point, expendable or not, losses are losses. And when you're outnumbered by your enemy who's bigger and stronger than you, it's just not going to work out in your favor. And it looks like the Nobblers ran up to make sure that the Wolf Riders weren't able to assist the rest of their kin. But this has already become such a bloodbath that I don't think the Wolf Riders could have been any help anyway. Now I have seemingly lost. Oh, no, they go. There they go. Coming back to finish off more and more goblins. The Rhinox Cav are just, I mean, I want to say that they got like hundreds of kills more than everyone else in this battle, but that'll be something we'll have to take a look at as the battle comes to a close. And I have to say these greenskins have held out a lot longer, but it does seem that most of them are just trying to escape at this point, which is pretty impossible to do with this wall of flesh in front of them. And it is time for the last bastion of the goblins to fall. As soon as our Noblars get through, we're going to show them exactly what happens when you stand against the Ironskin tribe. And one thing that I hope that this modder does is allow the Noblars to get armored up as well. I think that would be really cool looking. Even though they're the slave caste of the ogres, it doesn't mean that they can't contribute as they have in this battle. Oh, fell through the earth a little bit there. And I believe that the battle will be ending in just a moment, so I will let this play out, and I will see you back on the campaign map. All right, and after a close battle, we have once again achieved victory and taken a good number of prisoners to upgrade the rest of our troops. So, let's occupy the settlement.
For a bigger tribe.
Ice Spewer will remain in ogre hands, because we only really care about the Mountains of Morn, right? And it looks like there is a trading company. I wish that I could catch them, but that's okay.
Ogre tyrant in charge.
Let's go with Lovely Jubbly, really get the recruitment down a little bit, and a larger gut plate, because of course we want our boy to be as
Tyrant
armored
gets the
as
spoils.
possible.
More meat for my grinder.
We'll also go ahead and take some more Ogre Bulls with Iron Fist while we're here. That will just about cap out our income, so we'll have to make income another way.
Obey me.
And it does look like Ice Spewer already has some a gold hoard, so we won't be able to really benefit off of it that way, but that's okay.
Tyrant of the tribe. Won't stop till everything's mine.
All right, and we will have to keep upgrading this tree until we can benefit better off of, or we'll have to keep upgrading this settlement, excuse me, so that we can keep benefiting off of the total. Don't know why I'm stumbling here, guys. So that we can keep benefiting off of the moving camp, right?
Loot. I'll eat this whole stinking world. Gonna be over, tyrant, one day.
We'll go with that. And I will see you guys as we continue making our way east. It does look like Grimgor has gone ahead and headed north for the Challenge Stone, so maybe him or Kolek will be the next target of our invasion. But I will see you in the next battle, and till then. Alright, and jumping back in here, we're going to be coming back post the Battle of Blizzard Peak. I was going to include that battle, but it was pretty generic, so I wanted to give you something a little bit different, especially considering the next battle will probably be the climax of this episode. So after having captured Blizzard Peak, we have officially pissed off Kolek, and he is coming south for us, and if he chooses not to come for us, we will then go to him at his home up at the Challenge Stone. So, something that I wanted to show you guys before we got into the final phase of this campaign is the upgrade system. And no, not the scrap system, but the actual unit upgrade system, just like the oh gosh, the Chaos Warriors. Sorry about that. So, something that is unique to the Ironskins, or the Ironskin tribe, excuse me, is the ability to have their own style of troops that is exclusively available through this upgrade tree. So, once you hit level 3 with a, let's say these Ogre Bulls right here, you will then be able to upgrade them into Ironskin Ogre Bulls of any of these varieties. Of course, I'm just going to go with the standard Ironskin Ogre Bulls because we have plenty of variety going for us so far. So this cost will be at the expense of 300 prisoners and the standard 300 cost, right? So I'm going to upgrade. We now have a very special Ironskin Ogre unit, and they can still be re-upgraded with the scrap tree. So if you want to put those plates back on them, right? Get them even more armor, because they're sitting at 19, right, or 90 right now, versus the 55 from the upgraded Ogre Bulls. So let's go ahead and give them some better plates. Bam! Now they're sitting at 105 armor. That's up there with some of the best armor in the game. So just something to keep aware of. But while we're at it, let's go ahead and upgrade the armor on the remaining Ogre Bulls. Let's see. Actually, let's upgrade the armor on these bad boys right here. The Ogre Bulls will be fine. So we'll give them plates. We'll give him plates. Couple more. And now we have a super armored core, along with our most armored units being 105, which puts them not too close to Ghark Ironskin, but pretty dang close. And very close to the black plate guards. So, all of that being said, I will see you guys in the next battle, and we'll wrap things up. All right, guys, and looks like we're going to actually be on the defense for this battle. Kolek has decided that it's our time to go, so we're going to obviously give him what he's asking for. And fortunately, it is a defensive siege, which we don't have very much on this channel. So I will see you all at Blizzard Peak.
If any of you even think about losing, you're going in my gut.
And definitely an inspiring speech from Ghark Ironskin. And let the artillery barrage begin. And Kolek is not holding back. He's about to squash some ogres. Ooh. But we will pick things back up over here after we take a look at the rest of the battlefield. So, in the middle, we're going to be holding against the Slaneshi wizard that has decided to accompany Kolek. And on the right side, we're actually under a relatively light pressure. So this is going to be our flanking force, but it is not the only thing happening on this battlefield. As you can see, we are being pressed right over here by these blue dragon ogres. I think those are the Regiment of Renown ones, if I'm not mistaken. And over here, we're going to have our new upgraded ogres, the actual Ironskin ogres, who look pretty good. This guy's looking pretty general or generic, but I mean, look at the extra armor on these guys. It's pretty awesome, right? So we're gonna hold them in place while we work on liberating the main front. All right, and it's time for this force to start flanking around. And not a moment too soon, as some of their forces are pouring through into our central plaza, something we don't want to happen. And it does look like Ghark has decided to get involved himself against Kolek, having his lead bouchers focus solely on bringing down the giant. And nothing about this battle is easy. When it said that we were going to have a valiant defeat, they were not wrong. If we don't do something to turn this around, they could break through. And once they break through, it's going to be pretty hard to recover because we don't have the numbers to recover. But it does look like we are wrapping things up right over here. Once we're able to do that, we'll be able to go and liberate the side where Kolek is fighting. And let's jump back over here to see how things are going with the weaker flank. Our Mournfang Cavalry, the heroes of the last battle, have decided to come over here and assist with bringing down the special dragon ogres. I can't remember their names right now. Maybe we can see them. They're in here somewhere. That's all right. And it does look like things are working out in our favor. Some of their troops have already begun to run. So let's jump back over to the Kolek front, see how things are going over there. Kolek is still standing no matter how much we're throwing at him, even with Ghark bringing him down. Oh, no, there he goes. He's running. And as much as we would love to finish him off, that is just not going to be possible. Not if we want to liberate the city. And of course, we're going to have to deal with his rear guard, the rest of his dragon ogres who have stayed behind to make sure that Kolek does not fall today. But regardless of what they call themselves, all they are going to be is in our stomach by the end of this battle, right? And here come the rest of our forces to wrap this thing up. I believe the other front has been liberated as well. Yes, it does appear so. Although our Mournfangs are going to be going after that hell cannon. And it does appear that their forces are in full retreat. So we're going to jump back out onto the campaign map, but this has been an amazing battle. All right, and with that, you guys, this is going to mark the end of this campaign. We have defeated Kolek, or at least pushed him back, securing ourselves once again as the dominant power in the northern mountains of Morn. While we could go up against Grimgor next, I think that we have hit probably a good stopping point, as that would turn this into a multi-part Let's Play, and that is not the goal of the unofficial free LC campaign. So, as always, you guys, let me know what you think down in the bottom. Go check out the mod. I'll have that linked in the description. And to all my friends, wherever you are, good morning, good evening, and good night. I'll see you in the next one. If you made it this far into the video, I just want to say thanks for watching, especially to those of you who have been with me since the beginning. I am still having a blast and very much enjoying the formation of this community with all of you. If you have any suggestions for videos you would like to see, please let me know, because I want to make even better content as we continue down this journey together. As always, if you enjoy what I'm doing here and want to support me, then you know what to do.
Comment, like, and subscribe.
And we'll see you in the next one.